It's a few minutes after 3:30. I had issues making my live feed. It was weird. Anyway, but I'm here now. I'm trying to pack this, and I thought, well, it'd be a good time to probably come and chit chat with y'all and see who all's around and check and see if we still have the troll traffic going on. That's kind of where I am right now. So let's see if anybody shows up. What I'm doing is I'm taking these iridescent bags and I'm putting all the twins baby gifts in here. And if it's for a boy, I'm putting blue. And if it's for a girl, I'm putting pink. Now, I probably won't be able to do all of them like this, but most of them. And then when I get this done, I got another Temu package today, but when I get this done, we're going to start on these crafts that I have in my craft curio. And I have a skull for a skull rattle for a native skull rattle for one of the tribes. They're wanting to purchase some skull rattles for some ceremonial stuff. So we're going to get back onto the native crafts because I'm half Irish, half Cherokee. But aren't these cute? And I have little raffia to go in the bag around the gifts or in the pockets. And then the bag itself is this mommy, this mommy little utility bag. And you can make the pockets as big or as small as you want because you get the Velcro in. Hi, Denise. So I'm packing this, and when I get everything packed in, this is like a little boy gift with the iridescent. When I get them all packed in, some will be taller and some will be shorter. Then and I get the raffia put in. I'm taking it to my local florist that my friend owns, and she's going to wrap it in cellophane and put a big bow on it, and then I'm going to put it in a box and ship it to my daughter. So I thought it'd be cute if I came on today and just kind of hung out and wrapped some of these gifts with y'all. And I'm just also trying to see how much troll traffic we're still dealing with. It seems to be a never-ending issue. Oh, and I got something super awesome from Temu. Okay, y'all. Temu sells everything. I'm amazed what Temu sells. And hang on, let me put it on, and then I'll show you. Hi, Hannah. Well, I think I look like trash today, but thank you so much for being kind. I found something so neat on Temu, and because of my where I'm losing so much weight, and I can't wear something a normal way, so I bought something. Let me go slip it on a bit. This is gonna be, y'all are gonna go, this is so funny. Y'all are gonna be like, yup, that's Liz. She absolutely bought that from Temu, and I did. Super cheap. Hang on, let me slip it on. Y'all are gonna laugh so hard. Oh, it's so funny. It's amazing what you can find on the internet. It's amazing. I'm here to tell you it's amazing. Look what I found on the internet. I found me a nice shoulder holster. And so I'm probably, if you have a different types of guns, you sometimes have to do the top stitch. But my 9mm will go right there. And so as I'm losing this weight, I won't be having issues with my freaking holster anymore. Because if I actually do go with Dave to check the traps and the snare lines, and this right here is to keep it on your shoulders. Yeah, for men, obviously for men they don't have the issues. But hey, and it's got extra mag cartridges here, and I've got my knife here. And I'm like, yeah, Temu sells the freaking, and this is a nice holster, like for, what I'm going to use it for. This is a really nice holster. These need to kind of be broken in because I'll use these to keep it on my shoulders. And then it's got these little straps that go down and they hook onto your belt loops. Or if you're like me, I'm going to have my mama put buttonholes in some of my other breeches that I can loop them into the buttonholes. And so, hey, Temu sells everything. Temu sells everything. I thought this was so neat, though. And so if you're a sportsman or an outdoorsman, and, I thought it was neat. And I don't get out as much since my neuromuscular disorder. But I go out enough with my husband that, and when he goes off to, walk his back 40 trap line, I can't be left, unarmed. So I bought that, and I think it's going to be a much better, I think it's going to be a much better option for me than the side holster I had, because I was trained as law enforcement with a side holster, but you have to have a very secure side holster. And right now, with this weight loss going on, I can't. That's become an issue. So I'm going to use that shoulder holster for a while. I'm going to retrain myself to a shoulder holster, a cross draw. So I'm really excited about that. If you're a firearm enthusiast, that's, it's nice to find, cheaper stuff that you can use for not so, necessary purposes, so I can use that for a while until I get back to where I want to pay the money to buy the really nice jeans and wear my really nice holster again. So that's what I'm doing. I thought that was pretty neat find on Temu. I thought that's pretty goddamn neat. It's amazing what you can find on Temu. Basically anything but food that goes bad you can find on Temu. But I was kind of shocked that I found such a nice shoulder holster. So, and it's actually really nice. If I go up with David toward the end of the week, right now, he's not got anything out, but he will be putting stuff out, I think, tomorrow night or Thursday night. So I may go out to the end of the week with him because he's doing the snare line that's on the edge of the property that he can actually drive with his little mud bogger. And so I can actually ride with him and can actually get close enough to the traps. If he snares something, I can probably video it for you. He did put his skunk traps out because the farmer that begged him to do this, that contracted him to snare, he had 17 skunks show up one night on his trail cam, and they're going into his grain storage, and that you can't have that because they bring germs and viruses and diseases to your cattle and stuff. So he was like, I need the skunks gone now, man. So David was trapping for skunks, and one of them actually got into one of his raccoon cuffs, but the other one actually got into the no spray skunk trap, and it didn't spray, and so they work. We were hesitant, but now he did get a whiff of it on the one that got on the raccoon cuff, and so I had to do my whole little home recipe to get skunk spray out of stuff. That was being a trapper's wife. You just, but I mean, I'm a retired parole officer. So, and I used to do taxidermy. I'm having a wonderful day. Is it Lishy? Did I say that right? Lishy? I'm having a wonderful day. I'm actually wrapping presents for the twins for the baby shower. So I've got like the little boys' bibs, the green and grays. And I'm going to roll them up, and I'm going to put them in this iridescent bag. And so I'm putting the little boy gifts in little iridescent bags with blue bows, and the girls are going to go in the bags with pink bows. And then I'm going to dress up this little bag, and I'll take it to my friend that owns a florist shop, and she's going to cellophane wrap the whole thing like an Easter basket, and then put big bows on it, and then I'm going to put it in a box and ship it. And the mother-in-law down there is going to hide it at the end of the table so that the last gift she gets on her baby shower is from her family up here, because she knows that we can't make it down there. And then when I go down there for the birth, I'm gonna have so many presents and gifts from the family up here that have been buying stuff that I'm gonna have to take with me. So I'm sitting here going, should I just rent a U-Haul van? Because I'm going to have so much stuff that my Jeep, I don't know if my Jeep will hold it all. And I'm like, should I just rent a U-Haul van? I honestly think I probably should just. We don't have any names yet. No, she's being very tight-lipped about the names. And I respect that, because I was the same way. Because I was kind of wondering, between a few when I was naming my kids when I was having them. So she's still kind of going through some names. So. But we do have one boy and one girl, so. And my daughter is, she graduated from UT Knox with 4.0. She is a veterinary major, and she works at a clinic down there. And she's still working. She's 32 weeks pregnant with twins and still working. And she comes home and props her feet up at the end of the day. And the doctor thinks she's Superwoman. And she's like 5'8", and she was like 115, 20 pounds soaking wet. I don't know how I had such a beautiful small daughter. I'm a big bitch farmhand. So, but I just thought it was cute. So here's the girls' bibs. Here's the boys' bibs, and I'm gonna add bows, but I don't have like bows for everything, so I'm gonna add the bows to the prettier things. And I've got so much. Like, I can't fit everything in this bag, but I've got so much to send, so I'll have to send another box. Because I've got bottle warmers, bottle sterilizers, nasal aspirators, bassinet sheets. And I've already sent a lot of stuff, just ordered it and sent straight to her. So I'm just, Oh, and I want to show something my mother made for her. Oh, yeah, she's my constant overachiever. Look what my mother made for my mother. So she's a seamstress. Look, she made her an apron with her name on it. And she's got one of those embroidery machines. And so I'm going to puts in this with everything. So, but my mother, she was a seamstress. She made wedding dresses when I was little. She's got a quilt shop in her basement. My mother is the eternal seamstress. So I'm just trying to get everything, and everything that I'm wrapping this with came from Temu. The bag that hi Gypsy, the bag. I'm already a grandma. I've got a little granddaughter that is about a year, well, she's pushing a year and a half old, and but it's having, and that was my son married, but having like your child be the one birthing it's a different emotion. It's, you know, I think I have the most beautiful granddaughter in the world. She's gorgeous. She's beautiful. But now I'm going to have 2 beautiful granddaughters and a grandson. And even though she doesn't live close to me, she has a huge family network down there. So they're going to have plenty of cousins to play with. It's a really good setup. And I'm actually interested in visiting more often because it's warmer down there. If y'all know, my neuromuscular disorder really likes warmer temperatures. So I'm sitting here going, this could work out good if I could get, you know, to where I can travel often. This could be a good thing. So, okay, everybody, my mods, you know what to do. Send the jerks going. Thank you, Denise. You're on it. Gypsy's in here to help too. We're having a lot of troll traffic because I refuse to monetize, so I think YouTube is trying to spank me a little bit. But I don't want to monetize. I want you to know if I'm here to spend time with you because I enjoy your company and not because I think you're going to super chat me or buy me a coffee. And also because we talk about some stuff that needs to be talked about at times, you know, like the state of the world, society, social issues, juvenile issues. You know, we talk about some really interesting things. Oh, you keep driving then. You don't try to do anything. Me and Denise we got it covered. You be careful. You just listen. So we've just, I don't know, we've had kind of a couple of weeks on this channel where people have, you know, really tried to come through and be absolutely just little turds. But, you know, there's a deeper issue to that. When people come in and they're really mean to people, it's normally because they themselves have, you know, something going on in their life that they can't talk to somebody about, and they take it out on others. Being a retired parole officer, I understand. You know, I have a master's in psychology. I understand the momentum behind people that have lives they don't like, so they get on the internet and they try to tear other people apart. I understand, you know, the I was going to say the neurosynaptic, but it's the lack of neurosynaptic regions because they don't have a brain that can go and find a pleasant response or a pleasurable memory to hold them through. They feel anger and they justify their behavior because they don't look as happy or seem as confident as the people they pick on. So, you know, they try to knock them down. But what you don't understand is I supervised murders for a decade. So I've literally been called everything but a white girl. It's probably not going to bother me. And we just boot them on out, and we just, you know, but every once in a while with the herd comes a gem that sticks with the channel, and I appreciate those people. So, you know, sometimes it's worth digging through the trolls to find a little bit of treasure. And I think we've found a few little bits of treasure. So people are disrespectful. It's getting worse in the world. And if we do not get our society reined in really quickly, we are going to be the worst third world nation that's ever been. We are. We already have adults that can't do third grade math. Thank you. It's the elk one. David likes it, but I totally said I'm wearing it. We have adults that can't do third grade math. We have, you know, we have children that don't even understand grammar. You know, I have a lot of people come on here and think that I'm stupid because I speak with an Appalachian dialect. Well, actually, I speak with a Scots-Irish dialect that was left in Appalachia by the settlers. So actually, I speak way closer to the Queen's English than anybody else because our vocabulary has been tattered and torn the last several years to make words mean what people want them to mean instead of what they actually mean. So I don't know, I just find all of that interesting. I always loved anthropology and sociology classes. I always thought that they were super neat. And these are already in their own little bags, so I may let those just be bagged up on their own and put some raffia over them to hide them.
These are little pacifier holders. They didn't have things like this, I swear, when I was having children 25, 26 years ago. They did not have things like this. I don't know if these are going to fit. I'm going to have to force them. Well, they're in separate bags inside, so we'll do that. But I really had fun shopping for these twins. It has been a really fun experience. And I had fun shopping for my granddaughter too, but this has been a different experience because I could just order and ship it and send it. That was kind of fun. So, but she got a lot of hand-me-downs from the cousins that, you know, have the babies that are about 18 months old. So she's got quite a good start on things. I've already sent her a swing and she's got another swing. So none of my kids really were pacifier kids either, but my granddaughter is. So I'm giving her the option, and if she doesn't need to use them for pacifier holders, maybe she can put like the little charge cords to the bottle warmers and stuff in them. I thought that might be another option for that. So, okay, let's see if we can put some bows on this now. This is pink. But everything that I'm using, I bought on Temu. And I got another Temu bag today. I don't know what's in it. I don't remember what I ordered. I thought I was getting to the end. And another big bag showed up today. So I don't know if I'm going to do anything else tonight. I'm getting ready to do a skull rattle for one of the tribes. And so that'll probably be my next craft thing. But I don't know if I'm going to come back on later tonight, because what I may do is give Oscar a haircut and finish picking up the house. These are so cute. And these are the perfect size for these little bows. I mean, that's just perfect. Is that not adorable? And so when you pick them up, they're kind of iridescent. You can't really tell what's inside or what the real color is. And I like that. So, but I've been thinking of this for months, and this was like, I wanted to make it pretty. I always like the way a gift looks. I almost like the way a gift looks more than a gift. I'm weird, I guess. I don't know. I really like when people put a lot of thought into presentations. So, and since I have a friend that owns a florist, I was like, can you cellophane wrap this puppy? And she was like, heck yeah, bring it up here. So we're going to get that done as soon as I get it finished and put it in a box and send it on its way. So I think this is a really, like, even if you don't spend a lot of money on a friend that's having a baby shower, even if you just get a few necessities, and get these little, I think these were like $1.69 for like 50-something bags, and the ribbon was super cheap. Even if you just dress up simple things, it makes people know that you cared. You know, it makes people think, oh, wow, they really cared. And so I try to always do that. And I've had to send like the necessary items, the things that she absolutely needed. I've had to send those shipped direct to her. So this is me trying to dress up the things that I held on to that I wanted to send. Hello from London, Heidi. Well, listen, we got some stuff in common. Do you see my Freddie? There's my Brian May, and there's my Freddie. And then I have Freddie Mercury on the side. How Queen made it to Appalachia to find me, I don't know, but I'm so happy they did, because I grew up on awesome music, and Freddie Mercury gave me a wonderful vocabulary and a love of words. And I had a sophomore English teacher. I did Alfred Tennyson's The Lady of Shalott and Freddie Mercury, the Queen's Is This the World We Created? And I meshed them together for an English paper. I forget exactly what it was about. And my English teacher was like, how do you know all of this? And I was like, I put wrinkles in my brain because I look beyond these hills. I actually know Peter Freestone. We've met. We used to see each other every year at the North American conventions, but this was last year they had it. He couldn't attend. My health has been so bad I couldn't attend. But we do message and check in on each other. Sometimes I send him Christmas presents, and we've become quite close. He's the sweetest man I've ever met. I call him Walking Xanax because the world just calms down when he enters the room. And I just adore him. So if you have never followed Peter Freestone, he does have a new book out, and he does recipe books like the stuff he cooked for Freddie. I have signed ones. I love. Phoebe's my best friend. I adore him. He's a sweetie pie. I don't know how I met him, and I pinch myself every day to think I'm a little redneck. I'm a little retired parole officer redneck in Appalachia, and I can call Peter Freestone my friend. I'm just bawled every day at that one. But I saw Queen live in Nashville in 2018. Was it 2017 or 18? 2017, I think. And I was front row. And when I picked the tickets, I made sure I was like, no, this is where Brian May's pedal board is. This is where we want to be so we can be close to front, because that's where he's going to have to be for most of the concert. It was an awesome concert. Did you? Oh, that had to be hard to watch all of the things he loved be. And somebody said if they ever open up Garden Lodge to be toured, would you go? No, because Freddie was so private, and that was his private place, and he didn't want people in his private place. That was his safe place, and knowing how much that he desired that privacy and that safe space, even though he's gone now, I don't think I could walk across the door jamb of Garden Lodge. I would feel like I was betraying him, because that was his safe place. And I don't want to be one of the morbid people that, I want to be in the room where he passed. No. I just want to listen to his beautiful music and remember a beautiful person. My favorite Queen song is This the World That We Created. It's not a very, very, well played one on the radio or anything. But that was what got me to go into psychology and into the field that I went into. That was what kind of changed my mind and said, this is the direction I need to go. So I went into forensic psychology for the Department of Corrections and supervised murderers, and worked with juvenile offenders in wilderness boot camps for a long time as well. I know. That's why I was like, those are his precious things. And there are some things that you probably just don't need to be in the public eye. And I asked Phoebe, I said, how did you feel after that? And he said, it was hard to watch. And I said, I can only imagine. But he said it was very hard to watch. So I know Freddie's gone, and those are just things. But we all know how much he loved those things and how hard he worked to get those things exactly where, in his home where he wanted them. And I don't know. I don't know. I see people trying to fly drones over the wall, and I'm just like, be respectful, people. I've got a big, actually, portrait tattoo of Freddie on my arm, and the tattoo artist that did it is now passed away. He had pancreatic cancer and passed away, and I miss him so much. He did an amazing job, and at one of the Queen conventions here in North America, a reporter from Puerto Rico, her name was Melba Brujeres, she said, can I use you in my story? And she interviewed me and took my pictures, and she got like 6 awards on national TV in Puerto Rico for her story. So my left arm is totally popular. It's like totally a celebrity in Puerto Rico. I still have the newspaper clipping frames. It's in my craft room. I need to dig it out and show it to you. But that was I thought that was hilarious. But yeah, I kind of mourned. See, the thing is I didn't know who I was listening to for a couple, 3 years. When I was around 10 or 11, I had a friend who I was raised in a very strict household. My father was a preacher, and so we weren't really allowed to listen to a lot of stuff, and he was very controlling of what we listened to. And I, as a parent now, understand that, but back then I didn't. I let my kids, as long as it didn't affect their behavior, I let them listen to whatever they wanted to listen to. Because sometimes you just need music, and music psychologically has been shown through MRI imaging of the brain to actually make room for pain. It helps position chemicals and hormones to help you process pain better. And so there's a big study on it online. You can go read it, but music's an amazing thing. But so I had a friend that had a parent that had Walkman and tapes that they were going to throw away, and she smuggled them to me. I love my friends. And I took them in, and I was listening to this fantastical music that blew my mind. Yeah, it was a really bad cancer. And hi, pop on in here. And I was listening to this fantastical music that blew my mind. And when I was having a really rough time at home, that music would completely take me into just another place. And this is kind of both boy and girl, so I'm just going to put it in there without a bow. But I didn't know who I was listening to because the tape cassettes were so old that they were, isn't that going to be cute? And then I'm going to put raffia in the side pockets. Oh, it's going to be so cute. So I didn't know who I was listening to because there was no print on the cassettes anymore. They were so worn. And so when my high school finally got internet, this is back in the day, y'all. I'll be careful what you say to me. My grandma's crazy and I'm not afraid to tell on you. I Googled the lyrics and I found out that I had been listening to Queen, and I immediately became a fan. And that resulted in me, I worked livestock and had sheep and showed sheep and cattle and horses. And every time I got a livestock check, I would set aside money and I would buy the next cassette tape. And I was literally the only person in my little podunk town buying the Queen cassette tapes. So when I went to Walmart, they would say, which one do you want next? Because I was the only one buying them. So I would be like, well, this is the next one I want. I don't have this one. So I had all of them. And I bought all of them several times because I just played through. But I found out who I was listening to. And then I immediately Googled Queen and found out that Freddie had just passed like 3 months prior. And you want to talk about a little teeny bopper like getting crushed. I was crushed. I like cried through school. I was trying to hold in my emotions. And when I got home, I just bawled. Oh, hey, it's Jamie. I like that name. Oh, hey, it's Jamie. So I got home and I just mourned him because I had found this fantastical music that had taken me out of some really hard times and helped me through a lot emotionally. And I just wanted to say thank you. And he was gone. And that's a really cool name. It really is. And so I kind of mourned him for a while. And I didn't think much more about it. I kept listening to their music. I've always listened. My babies listened to the music. Their lullaby when they were babies was Dear Friends, So Dear Friends. My kids can sing every Queen song ever made. They're probably sick of it, to be quite honest. But, and so I saved up money and joined the Queen fan club when I was a teeny bopper. Had to have it sent to one of my friends' houses because if that had come to my mailbox, woo, we would have had a sermon on the mount. So we didn't want to do that. So I had it sent to my friend's house. And so iconic. And I was a member of the International Fan Club for a few years, and then I was raising kids and finished in college and working and finishing my master's, and I was had a very highly emotionally taxing job, so I still used the music to cope, but I was not like in the fandom, to be quite honest. And then when I was diagnosed with this neuromuscular disorder and I worked for a few more years, but they finally told me you're going to have to quit or you're going to kill yourself because I was really overtaxing my body. It's like MS, but worse. And I was like, well, crap, because I went 6 years of college, y'all. If I'd known my body wasn't going to crap out at the year it crapped out, I would not have gone through 6 years of college. I would have spent way more time at home with my children. So he felt really bad for me and he knew I needed to pick me up. So he found out that there was a North American Queen Convention. I didn't know. Paul runs it. Paul DeFerrari. Yeah, he's the sweetest man ever. He's the funniest man I've ever met in my life. He can make you smile when you don't want to smile. Sweet. I mean, just a terribly great group. Just a family. It's a family. And so I went to 3 or 4 of those. Great people, great family. Actually met a woman who actually saved my life when this disorder started spreading to my organs and it made its way to my pancreas. They had an experimental medicine that had to be put straight into my abdomen with shots, but it was like $2,000. Do you know that woman helped me purchase my medicine and probably saved my life? It's probably why I'm sitting here today. And then I got onto a generic oral medication that was kind of like that, but that experimental medication worked. And now it's like one of the prime pancreas medicines. It's Creon. It used to be in shots only. That's probably why I'm alive. So had I not gone to that international convention, or the North American convention, I probably would never have met this wonderful woman, and I probably would not be alive today. So it's just, the way life takes you, it's just so weird. But And then I met Phoebe, and we just bonded. He had locked himself out of his room, and I was like, "You're a world traveler. You should know better than that." And he said, "Yeah, I should." And we just started chit-chatting, and we became fast friends, and we keep in touch. And when I'm in the hospital, he'll call and like schmooze my nurses so I get really good care. He's a really wonderful man. Isn't this cute? This little Western outfit. It's got little fringe on the little diaper above me, and it says, "Not in the mood." I've got the little boy one. I've already packed some of the little boy outfits. I've got one that says hunter in training because his daddy's a big duck hunter. Y'all, we live in the boondocks where we still eat out of the woods. Hi, Ned. How you doing? I'm packing the twins gift bag for the baby shower. I already sent balloons and baby shower. It spells out baby shower and balloon towers and tons of balloons for the balloon towers. I've worked with the other grandma to really like make it a spectacle event, and I got Haley a sash and a tiara to wear. And I even got her husband Joe a tiara, or a tiara. I should have got him a tiara now to think about it. I got him a sash to wear. I totally should have got him a tiara. He would have worn it and take a photo for me. He's a good kid. But I've got all that already sent, so they're prepping that. So I'm prepping the bags with the little gifts, putting them in the little iridescent bags, and putting pink or blue ribbons on them. If it's boy or girl, I'm just leaving them blank. And I'm packing the little mommy station. You're cold. I know they're saying it's going to dip down here again. It's still warm here today, and the sun's beautiful. I've had the kitchen window open so my plants can try to revive. My poor plants. But I'm here to tell you this winter's been weird. Like the wildlife's not even running right this winter. I'm just here to tell you it's not normal. Something's off. That's all I'm gonna say. Something's off. Because it's been a rough winter, and the animals are not acting right up here in the hills. And not even the black bear. The black bear aren't even acting right. Bobcats. We should have bobcats, coyotes, otter, beaver, fisher, basically everything mating right now and making a heck of a fuss in the woods and running through my barn a lot at night, and nothing. I don't know what's going on. Isn't this cute? It's so cute. Let me show you what I've got in here so far. I've got about half of it done. Isn't that cute? And then I'm going to put the raffia in the little outside pockets, the blue and pink raffia. And then my friend at the florist is going to cellophane wrap it on, put a bow on it, and I'm going to put it in a box and ship it. So the other mother-in-law is going to be the last one. Oh, my daughter, she's having twins. She's 32 weeks. She's still working and then coming home and putting her feet up. She's superwoman, I swear. She's 32 weeks. She's 5'8", like 120 pounds, and she's packing twins with no problem. The doctor's like, "You're superwoman." And she's like, "I'm from good stock." So, back off, I have a Grazy Grandpa, and I'm not afraid to use them. If you've met my husband, he has a YouTube channel. It's called Trapper Day Waters. If you've ever met my husband, if anyone were to ever try to like poke the bear, would you stop? That'd be crazy. My husband looks like Grizzly Adams. Now, I think he's sweet, but I'm married to him for 21 years. So, and I also supervise murderers, so, you know, not much scares me. But he looks like a grumpy man, but he's actually a very kind man. But he certainly is a man of few words. But that's okay, because I talk enough for the both of us. So, yeah, Haley's having a little boy and a little girl. Her and her husband are so excited. They were in pure shock there for a while, I'm not going to lie. But that seemed to pass. And now they're really excited. And so I've got my fur baby grandchildren. I've got Chaytak. My son has a Catahoula cur mix named Chaytak. And he's a beautiful, big, like 70-pound dog. I love Chay. I babysat him. You can go back in my videos and watch when I babysat Chay. My daughter has Reginald, a little corgi. Of course, she's a vet, so she obviously is going to have animals. And she's got Nala, the bird dog, and she's a duck hunting dog. She's trained. And then they have Thomas, which was a blood donor cat. I didn't know they had blood donor cats at vet clinics. I thought they just like had blood banks, but no, they have donor animals that stay at clinics. And Thomas had been the blood donor animal. He was like a big Maine Coon. He had been the blood donor cat for like 9 years, and he was almost 10 and a half years old, and they were going to retire him, but they didn't know quite what to do with him, so Haley adopted him. Isn't this cute? I mean, I just really think that this was a great idea, and I think it's adorable. I'm quite proud of myself. We got little bows. Oh, and I have little disco confetti looking things to put on top of the bag so that when we put the confetti in the bag at the florist, these also sparkle. So I'm going to put these on top of the bags too. So I just think that this is fun time for me packing the presents. I've shipped her so much stuff. Hi, how are you doing? See, I tell you, even with the troll traffic we've had, we have pulled some gems out of the traffic. So even in the troll traffic, you find treasure. We have got some really awesome new subs that are great, wonderful people that are going to be wonderful additions to our sub family. And I am a little strange. I live in Appalachia. I am indigenous. I am part Cherokee. I do some weird arts at times. These are so cute. But, you know, I can teach you lots of really neat things. And in turn, y'all can teach me a lot of really neat things. Looky here at these little socks with this little hair bow that matches. You don't know how many headbands, those really nice, soft headbands. Oh, I've bought so many of those for this child. I'm going to make this little girl just as mean as the Dickens. I'm going to love every minute of it. Forget the little boys being mean. This little girl's going to be mean as the Dickens. Well, hit that subscribe button and come back and visit when we're live. We do lots of crafts. I do a lot of native crafts. And I like to visit with my subs and say howdy and get to know yins. And it kind of freaks some people out that I'm retired law enforcement, but most people get over it pretty quick. Hi, Abby Dabby Doo. I hope you had a good day. It's my bonus child, Abby. See, even my subs' children become my bonus children. I have to say, Abby, I'm very proud of Abby. She has just busted her butt to make so many changes in herself in the last year. I'm just so freaking proud of her. You don't see many young kids that you can brag on. And I have to say that in the last year, I've had a lot of bragging rights on my little bonus daughter there. And I'm very proud of her. So I'm like, well, where I did tutoring and stuff, I had like tons of bonus children where I did tutoring in the area for AmeriCorps and was law enforcement and did a lot of after-school programs with AmeriCorps. Literally everybody's child calls me Mama Liz. So I'm glad it's quieting down because the troll traffic was, woo, buddy. Obviously jazzy. That's cute. I'm from Tennessee. I'm from high upon the Cumberland Plateau in Appalachia. And it's a very, very rural place. And the dialect that I speak is the dying dialect of Appalachia. So it may sound funny to you, but linguistic professors have taped me because they're trying to save it. It is the closest to the Scots-Irish speech that came across the pond, you know, all those years ago that there still is alive in this world. So they're taping me, and it's been funny to kind of hear my voice on tape. We still use a lot of Irish sayings around here, and we still call the cows like they do in Scotland and Ireland. If you've ever called cows or ever, it's not like the angelic singing of the beautiful women. It's just a cattle call, but we still call like they do back in the day. Here's the little girls with the socks and the headband. This is so much fun. This is my favorite one because if you know, again, retired parole officer, supervised murderers. This one's cute. It says, "My grandma really don't play doh." And I thought, I'm getting that from my grandbabies to wear. Will you be careful? And I'll probably talk to you later because I don't think I'm going to come back on again later. I think I'm going to give Oscar a haircut and clean the house. So I may yell at you when I'm clipping Oscar and chit chat. In her best sarcastic voice. Oh, good grief. Abby, you be good. I think this is adorable. This is my favorite onesie that I bought. My grandma really don't play doh. I think it's adorable. And so if you've never tried Temu, everything I'm putting in this bag and the bag itself is from Temu. I love Temu. I mean, you can get anything at Temu. It's great. So most of these clothing items were bought at Temu. Most of the baby items, I would go on Amazon, look for the ones that I wanted, pull the picture, and then go put it in the search bar at Temu and find it for a third to a quarter of the price. And I'm just like, yay, buddy. See, I don't sound so funny to you because, yeah, this is, everybody says, well, you don't even speak English. And I'm like, actually, I speak the dying Appalachian dialect that come from the Scots Irish that came over, that were brought over by the crown to settle this area. And I said, so actually, I'm just a couple generations removed from the crown, so I'm speaking the Queen's English. I don't know what you're talking about. People get so mad at me when I say that. But I also am learning Cherokee slowly but surely, because I'm Lenape, which is a derivative of Cherokee. It actually is from the Delaware tribe up north, which is, I mean, that makes me very proud. And so every night when I leave a message for my twins, and my daughter will let the phone touch her belly so they can hear it, I always end my phone calls with Gageyui Usti, which means I love you, babies. And so I'm going to try to teach my grandbabies Cherokee. So always, you know, I still, when I refer to my granddaughter, I still call her my little Usti. So it's just, you know, trying to stay in touch with who you are. Bombastic side-eye. Don't you bombastic side-eye me. Oh, gotta love Abby. I got a lot of bassinet sheets off of Temu, and let me tell you, then I sent a couple to my daughter to start the bassinet. Oh, I'm going to move this. Hang on. To start the bassinet. Stop moving. To start the bassinet sheet collection, because twins, you know. And she said, these are the softest sheets, Mom. She said, they're softer than the ones I got at the big department store. And I was like, they're Temu. And so then I went on Amazon. These on Amazon are like $37. I got these for like $10.24 or $10.48 on Temu. The same pattern, same box, same everything. Almost $40 on Amazon. $10.48 or something like that on Temu. Just take a picture of it, go put it in the Temu search bar, and it will show you what you can save. I am silly. I do have a good sense of humor, but now I have a done button too. Some people have found that out here lately. Oh, thank you for subscribing, Jazzy. Welcome to the family. We're a little crazy, but we all blend really well. Georgia, North Carolina. Yeah, that's where a lot of my family came from. And then my mother, well, my father's family, because he's the Irish one. My mother's family came from up north, where the Delaware tribe had spread kind of in Ohio and Indiana and over toward Illinois. And she came from Indiana. My papa was an engineer on the railroad, so they moved back and forth. And when she met my daddy in Tennessee, that was it. And so that's how I got the mixture I am. I'm a Heinz 57, but I'm very proud of it. Criminal offensive side-eye, Abby. Oh, that's a good one. You should have. Oh, we still have pig calling sometimes at the fair here. That's how rural we are. But now, even me, when I go out, you'll see in some of the videos I've done where I go, I'm on the farm. My dad manages a big cattle farm. It's like my family's cattle farm, but my dad manages. It's like I have one side of my family that's extremely well-to-do. Weird. And they own, you know, a whole bunch of land and like the original property where my dad's family grew up. And so he manages that farm for him because my dad was a blacksmith. He used to drill actually oil wells in Saudi Arabia for a long time, but he's a blacksmith and shod horses for a long time and just did a lot of livestock. That's how I grew up knowing so much about farms. And my family raised draft horses and draft mules and Belgians. And, you know, I don't remember a morning I didn't shell corn for at least 5 to 6 mules. I mean, it's just what you did. Feed the chickens and you had to feed the mules and the cattle and you had to check the animals before you went to school because your animals were your priority. So he lives down there, works down there, and you'll see a lot when I go down there. I will irritate the cows because they'll hear me coming on his little Kubota, his little farm Kubota, and I'll be like, suck cow, and they'll be like, that is not the man that feeds us. How dare you? I love to irritate the cattle. It's really fun. I used to raise Salire and Limousine cattle. So I used to have my own herd of cattle, my own flock of Jacob sheep, and my own flock of Dorsets and Southdowns. And I was actually one of the first people in the state of Tennessee to register a flock of Jacob sheep. So I kind of started the Jacob craze with the guy that got me into Jacob sheep. He was like my bonus dad. We started the Jacob craze in Tennessee, and now they're everywhere. Countryside in North Carolina. North Carolina is beautiful. I had to go to Boone, North Carolina once to pick up a juvenile offender at a wilderness camp. And I was like, man, I could live over here. Got plenty of room over here. I could live over here. It was really empty. And I liked that. I liked that a lot. I'm not going to lie. I like people, but I also like my space. So, you know, that's just one of those things. I think I'm going to send these in the box with the bottle warmer. Now, this bottle warmer, I went and took a picture of it on Amazon, and then I put it in the Temu bar. And this was seriously expensive on Amazon, and I got it for $22.98. It is now running about $29 unless you can find a good seller. But it's a double bottle warmer and sterilizer because twins here. We need two. I mean, saving money, y'all. Saving money. And I'm going to be doing my Temu craft haul video in the next couple of days. And did you know, the funniest thing I ever found out in my whole entire life, be careful, Gypsy, is that they make automatic snot suckers for babies now. This is an automatic snot sucker. I'm sorry, it's a nasal aspirator. I thought it was funny because in Temu it's called sniffing equipment for children. But I'm a parole officer, so sniffing has a completely different meaning to me. But this was super expensive on Amazon too, and super inexpensive on Temu. And so I got this. I think I'm going to send the stuff in the boxes in just a regular box, and I'm going to try to make this just as cute as possible. Look at that. It looks like a little candy bag. Just wait till I put the raffia in the pockets and stick it. Oh, it's going to be so cute. And I think I might put the little elephant blankets in there with their little faces sticking up in the bag so she can see the little, because these are those little bath towel blankets. I think I may push them and then put the little elephant head sticking up to just make, you know, another depth to look at, you know, something. We may try to do that. It may take me a few minutes to figure out how it needs to be, but we may try that. I got them both elephants because doing laundry and having like two separate colors to wash for like baby washcloths, no, we don't do that. You remember a bulb top device for babies? Yeah, we had the bulb aspirators. Yeah, but this is an automatic push a button and it sucks the snot for you. And then you can go wash it out. And I was like, really? Are boogers really that deceptive and hard to find? Perhaps. I don't know. North Carolina, yeah. Well, I'm Cumberland Plateau in Tennessee, born and raised, and we have very similar countryside because of the elevation. So I tell everybody I live on the crag of the mountain. It will be snowing up here. Well, we had 7 inches, but that storm came through a few weeks ago. Mom and Dad down in the valley had like maybe 2. And we're only like 20 minutes apart, but the elevation, they dropped down into the valley, and I was like, I'm fixing to go move in with my parents for the rest of winter because it's just 20 minutes away, but it's like a whole different world down there. So you remember a lot of snot. I don't remember it to the point that I like needed something that, you know, a Hoover for their nose, but you know, maybe I just blocked that from memory. It could potentially have been that. Oh, these are cute. I'm going to use this to fill up this pocket, and then add the presents on top so we get some height, because she's going to wrap it like an Easter basket and put a big bow. So let's make these presents climb to the sky. Oh, that's cute. I'm really outdoing myself here. I just think I've done such an awesome job. Okay, that's cuter. So when I'm going to pat it up behind them and then around them, and it's got 2 little elephant heads in there. Oh, I'm getting somewhere and I'm having fun. Okay, these came in their own bags. So I may use these to prop up the elephant heads. That worked. That worked really well. Let's see if this works. It's all about trying to hide as many presents in here as possible so that it's fun for her to dig for quite a while to open these. And I'm going to put the little elephant trunks out. Oh, how cute is that? Look at this. I put the little elephant trunks out over the presents in front of them. Oh, it's so cute. I've still got more to add, but let's get creative with some raffia, shall we? I'm a one-person baby shower. I am. Actually, the mother-in-law down there, the other grandma, she is fantastic. We're already partners in crime. And so she's allowed me to send a lot of decorations and stuff. And she's got a helium tank. She's like, I bought a helium tank for the gender reveal. She's like, send all the balloons you want. And I was like, Oh, so I got baby showers spelled out in balloons. And then I got big towers and balloons for the towers. And then I got Haley a sash and a tiara to wear. And I got Joe a sash to wear. This is Daddy to be. I should, on second thought, have gotten him a tiara as well, because I guarantee you he would have worn it and took a picture for me. So, just saying, the afterthought, I probably should have got him one too, because I guarantee he would have. He's such a sweet boy. He has taken such wonderful care of my daughter. You would not, I mean, it's touching to see the care he has taken of her. It's just touching. This is, you know, these look like small packages, but this has got a lot of crap in it. These are actually got a lot of stuff in them. So, yeah, a whole lot. Wow. Okay, hang on. What? Don't get ahead of me, present. And it's got little pockets on the side, and I'm going to fill those too. Because, you know, I'm making a horrible mess. Thank God I have a good vacuum cleaner. I want it to be kind of messy, because in the bottom, we're actually going to put like confetti and stuff when she wraps it. So I want it to be kind of messy. I want it to kind of look like an Easter basket. That's what I'm going for anyway. It may not end up looking like that. That's what I'm going for. Okay. This is just the pink in there. Got it in the pockets too. Now let's do the blue. And somehow I ended up with 2 bags of pink and 1 bag of blue. And I don't know how to do that, because I swear I put 2 on each one, but I probably shoved it somewhere and hid it from myself, because it's totally what I would do. So, but as far as that pink bag went, I don't think we're going to have any problem having enough. So we'll see what we can make this look like. This is so fun. And I'm going to go stay with her for a couple weeks. So I'm going to be up in the night while she's healing. They're going to try to let her have them, you know, normally, but they are going to have the OR prepped and ready. But the little girl's already got her head down. And the little boy has been a little bit belligerent, but that's a little boy for ya, you know. Well, I've got the little like pee pads that go. So I've bought her bassinet sheets, but I've also got those little pads that the babies can lay on, so that if they have a blowout, it won't be a horrible one. I really probably could have said that in a nicer way. It didn't just come to me in a nice way to say it. So, okay, I'm putting some blue in here. Putting some blue in here. I like this. I like it a lot. Okay, putting some blue in here. Put some blue in here. I wish I'd gotten the 2 bags of blue. I'm dropping it on the floor. That's where it's all going. Don't worry, I just mopped. It's good. I've already done physical therapy today too. That's why I look like a beet. In case y'all were wondering. I'm on the 3rd band in physical therapy. Nobody's ever made it to the 4th one. Challenge accepted. So, and here in another week or 2, I get to finally start getting to go to the gym, because the doctor has finally decided that the world is not super dangerous and that I can go out in it again. Thank God. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Look at this. It is so cute. It's so cute. These little elephant trunks have got to stay on top, though. Oh, it's so cute. Lord, I broke a sweat wrapping baby gifts. My toddlers always yes. Yes. Okay, let me tell you about my daughter. I'm going to tell my daughter and her diaper training. She did not want to potty train. So we had a standard dachshund, and his name was Bogart. We called him Bogey. He was a bogey. And I was trying to get her to potty train, and I thought I was completely going to like reverse psychology this kid, okay? I got one of those little ding bells, and I put it by the door, and I was like, look, when Bogey needs to go outside and tinkle, he's going to learn to smack this bell, and then I'll know he needs to go tinkle, and we'll let him out, and he'll go tinkle. I was like, and if you need to tinkle, you just hit that bell and I'll help you go tinkle. I thought, this kid's going to want to do this, right? A week later, she's standing there holding a diaper that is just full, going, and the dog's smacking the bell. Bing, 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 going. She's going, Mom, Bogey's got to go pee. And I'm like, you're killing me, kid. You're killing me, kid. Now, both of mine were potty trained, like seriously well before 18 months, because I was home with them. I taught my kids sign language. We It lived on a cattle farm. We had to get creative. We got bored. But it was fun. And now I know that my son is actually teaching sign language to my granddaughter. And it's like, it's nice to see them continue those things. It's nice to see them, you know, remember that you took care to do that, and now they're going to take care to do it. So I've been pleased with that. So it's been fun. But so the dog learned before my daughter. Well, she totally was just belligerent and didn't. She thought, you know, this is like room service. Why would I go do it myself? So she was the longest one to potty train. But these bassinet sheets are so, and she lucked up. They're so soft. She lucked up and found a twin Simmons Beauty Sleep bassinet on Marketplace down there in her area. Do you know how much those cost? She was so lucky. See, I love potty. I was like so ready to get out of diapers. I was like, we're working on this. So mine were both potty trained well before 18 months. Well before 18 months. David adopted them when they were 2.5 and 3.5, and he was amazed that they were already potty trained when, you know, the first time he met them. He was like, they're already potty trained? I'm like, yeah. Because diapers, no. They're expensive. So he was really impressed with my mothering skills. But we never had any children ourselves. We thought about it because it would have put my endometriosis in remission, but we were saving up to undo my tubal because my first husband was the giant toddler himself. And y'all think I'm so smart, but I have a first marriage that proves I am not. But we were saving up to reverse my tubal and to have one more and put me in remission and then have, you know, a third. And by the time we got to where we almost had enough money, I was so bad that I had to have a hysterectomy. So we never got to have one ourselves, but nobody doesn't know that my kids are not his because he was such a good dad. They always thought that I just ever been married to David, and those were just his kids. So, and he is so nervous about Haley having. He's like, I'm just so worried. He's like, she's so tiny, and she's a little think of a thing. Y'all have seen her in my videos sometimes. She's just tiny, and she's mean though. She's mean. And if she's watching this, she'd be like, heck yes, I am. But he's worried. And so he's already told his work. He's like, we're not going down when she has the baby. She wants us to stay here and to wait. She's got tons of family down there. And then I'm going to come down and stay with her when she gets home and settled and help her for a couple weeks. And that way I have her to help her kind of learn the routine and teach her a couple things when she's healed a little bit and can be up and moving and can enjoy my visit a little bit more. That was her wish, not mine, so I'm abiding by it. But he's done told his work. He's like, if she goes into labor and something goes south, he's like, you can point me out, you can fire me. He said, I'm leaving. And they were like, it's fine, you can go. So he is so scared. I don't ever remember Pampers being that cheap. I would try to always buy the most cost effective for the best, you know, coverage. But all I remember was I had 2 kids. You know, they were 1 year, 1 month, 1 day apart. And I just thought the diaper bill was never going to end. I was just like, I got to get all these diapers, man. These diapers are killing me. This is the little pink bassinet sheet. So now I'm going to add some taller presents to stick out of the raffia and stuff to add another layer. I should have been a florist. No, I shouldn't have been. I would suck at that job. Now I have made a lot of Granny and Papa's saddles for their gravestones in my uncle's gravestone this year. So I'm getting some florist training, y'all. I'm very crafty anyway, so. They only came in a box of 15. Man, I had them that came in like a box of like 70. But we lived on a cattle farm 4.5 miles off the main road on a bluff trail. So it was kind of necessary to have a giant box because we were far from town. And that was a long time ago. That was a long time ago. I know they told me when I was pregnant with Lane, they never could get a good sonogram shot of, ultrasound shot of him. And they said, we think it's a girl, but it won't be still. Can't tell. So I kind of prepped in the neutrality, but I had bought a couple of things just either way. And I always told them, no, I'm going to have a little redheaded boy. And they were like, sure you are. And I'm like, there's Irish genes in my family. I know that, like, my brother's, like, raven black-headed. My mother had raven black hair. But my dad's a strawberry blonde Irish man, you know. And when the doctor caught him, it was Dr. Augustine. I still remember this man. He caught him, and he goes, it's a boy. And then he wiped, and he goes, it's got red hair. And I said, made to order. That's what I said. It was hard to have two in diapers, wasn't it? It was difficult. It was difficult. Those were pricey days. Those were expensive days. I'm not gonna lie. And that was like the biggest burden. And so as soon as my kids were showing any interest, you know, I was like, let's go potty. So, but I know, so I've seen like 3-year-olds in diapers, and I'm like, how do you wait that long? How? Because it's kind of a natural process. I mean, they see you go to the bathroom. No mother goes to the bathroom unobserved, let me just tell you. So they see you go to the bathroom. So, I mean, it's just kind of a natural process. You teach them, you know. But I've seen some kids that have been like 3+ in diapers, and I'm like, oh, no. And drinking a bottle. And I'm like, no. We don't want their teeth ruined. No. So, okay. So I've got this white one put into a blue bag. And this is going to add a little bit of height behind the elephants on the other side. Oh, this is going to be so cute. Okay, so the next bigger thing, so I'm going to add some height in the back like that. So it's kind of high, and it when it wraps, it'll be kind of high in the middle. And then, oh, it's going to be so cute. I'm getting this raffia all over me in my kitchen, but that's okay. It's all okay. I actually bought this bird as a nursery light, but then she found a light she liked better, but I'm going to keep it for myself. I got this on Temu. I got it for $8, but I think they are running around $10 now. Look, it's got that one. It's got the blue light, and it's got like an orangey one, and then it goes off. I'm going to stick this on top of my side of the big bed frame, and he's going to perch, and when I need to get up in the middle of the night, he's going to be my night light. Because he's prettier than just the little one I pushed right now. Hey, well, I hadn't thought about that. Because we've got a lot of family that have been doing some of the old stuff. And Mom is currently cutting the quilts. And I'm going to go down probably Thursday or Friday. Probably Friday. And help her sew. So she's doing all the cutting. Her wrist is doing a lot better. She's doing a lot of cutting. My Aunt Angie is in. And so this weekend is just going to be like a sew fest for the women in my family. So we all may be irritated by the end of the weekend. But we will have 2 homemade toddler quilts by the end of the weekend. So literally Mom could probably zip them out herself in an hour, but I feel necessary, you know, I need to help. So I'm going to go down. It took us forever to find the fabric. It took us forever, but I hadn't thought about that. So that may be something I talk to a couple of older family members and see what they want to do. So I'm still pulling all this stuff out. I got the clay to do feet prints and hand prints, purple and blue. They're going to squall like I don't know what I'm going to do it, but I'm doing it because then when they're 10 and 12, I can say, look how tiny you were when I first saw you. So I'm a crafter. It's going to be done. Grandma said so. So shush. That's how it's going to go right here. I've still got so much more to bag. And then I may just put all the bark cloths and bags and in bags along with the towels and send separate with the boxes. And this is just the stuff that I've not shipped directly to her. I might have gone a little overboard. More hair bow. I just little over. This is the cutest thing that I got for the boy. And it's for when it's older, when it's going to be the colder fall nights. A little hunter in training. And then I got one that says Daddy's best friend that's green with a little sleep cap. So cute. So cute. And I'll see if I can make it fit in one of them little bags. That's going to be the trick. Where to put them? Where to put them? But I've got so much stuff. And then there's still baby stuff back there on that guest bed that I'm still... But then I've got grandparents dropping by their gifts and family members dropping by their gifts to drive, to go with me down there when I drive. Y'all, I'm honestly, as much as I've got in my family, I'm probably going to just have to rent a little U-Haul van and go. Oh, and we're just going to do, Annette, we're just going to do like monthly diaper and wipe shipments on Amazon to help out with the diapers for a little while. I mean, I'm going to have to like spirals do this because it's too big for the bag. So may have to put you in a special bag. But I've really had fun shopping for the twins. It's really been more fun than I really thought it was going to be. It's really been more fun than I thought it was going to be. So, but yeah, we're just going to do, me and David figured we would just probably do a monthly diaper shipment, you know, and see what size we're in and what's needed, and just monthly diaper shipment. Me and the other grandma were like, we'll just you take a month, you take a month, you take a month, and we're like, okay, that's fine. But she has such a good support system down there. His family is such an awesome family. I'm really tickled with them. So the only thing that really irritates me is that they're closer to their my kid's biological father than they are to me and Dave. And so it's like, I really hate for them to get to know a man and think something of him when he like ran away from his own two children. And, you know, it's just like, I don't want them to idolize him in any way. I want them to know David. So we're going to be visiting a lot. Because I just, you know, I don't know. It just kind of irritates me that they may get to spend more time with a man that had wanted nothing to do with his own children. And so that kind of bugs me out a little bit. But I know that Haley will keep things straight because she's like, no, she's like, David is her papa. So I'm proud of my daughter for drawing that line. So that makes me happy. I don't mind him having a relationship, but I don't want him getting grandpa reserve honors, you know, when he would not even raise them, never paid child support, and terminated his rights and co-petitioned an adoption because he didn't want to be bothered. So maybe he's changed and he'll be a better role model for the grandbabies. I don't know. I just have no use for him. And it's going to be hard for me to be in nearby a zip code of him, to be quite honest. But I just don't care for him at all. But I'll behave myself and be the picture of patience and just enjoy time with my child and her children. So that's just what I'm going to have to focus on. So, yeah, I worry about that. I don't want them. I hate for him to reap all the rewards when he did none of the work. I just think that's sorry. So, but, you know, I can't. You know, just so happened that, you know, the man she met lived really close. And so it is what it is. But I am very glad that she found her husband. He is a very wonderful young man. Really, honestly, I was like, if something ever happens to you two, we're still claiming him. Because he is a very sweet young man. He has fit in perfectly here from day one. He is a very wonderful young man. That barely fit. It is in there tighter than sausage. But I got it in there. And that's what matters. I don't know how I got that in there. Hi, Kara. I know a Kara Brown. You're probably not her, but I have a Kara Brown where I live. That's odd. That's funny. Let's see. This is one of the cutest ones. Is like, guess what? Chicken butt. I don't ever dress seriously. Well, I did when I went to court when I worked. But now that I'm not working, I'm like, I'm going to wear what I want. So I've kind of gone haywire and bought some of the cuter kid clothes so we could have a few laughs. But, you know, it's what grandparents do. It's what we do. We like to spoil them in ways that mom and dad probably won't or can't. And I'm gonna love when they visit. And my shirt, oh thank you, at Temu, it's an elk, and it's even got the steam coming out of the elk's mouth. And it's a sweatshirt, and literally I think it was like $8. And it's not too thick and it's not too thin. It is the shiny stuff, but it's so pretty. I don't mind. And it's got the sunset down on the bottom, so it's like a pinky. And it's even got the sage grass shadows and stuff with the elk on the bottom. It's gorgeous. I bought it and told my husband it was his, but I totally swapped it, so he hasn't ever wore it. Because that's what we wives do. As I'm sure you know. We steal everything. Well, no, that's not true. My husband wears like size 13, 14 shoes, so I do not wear his shoes or his house shoes. I would literally trip over them. My husband is like Grizzly Adams. He's a big old burly mountain man. Which is nice, because I'm a big old burly, you know, hillbilly. Worked cattle farms and horse farms. So it's nice to have a big old burly husband. Makes me feel like a little petite lady sometimes. And I certainly am not. But I mean, when I was in high school, because I worked cattle, I had to lift weights. But because none of the girls at the girls' weight class could spot me when I bench pressed and stuff, I had to get special permission to lift weights with the football players so that they could spot me. Because when I was 14, I was benching like close to 150. It's like between 135 and 150. And I kind of stayed in that bracket. But I was leg pressing like 690. Close to 700, but I worked cattle, so I had to be stout. Opinion on Germany. I've got a little bit of German blood in me from like a descendant of a Schote line, and Schote means pig, so go ahead and have a laugh about that. I laugh about it all the time. I don't know, Germany and Poland, and if you get over there, like I have a friend that lives in Prague in the Czech Republic. I love the way that there are like still little villages, because that's not really going on anywhere else. I love that there are still little community like villages, and I love that they're still doing stuff in like older ways. And I think a lot of, especially Western places, have lost their heritage and their culture because they think progress and technology is the most important thing, and it's not. It's knowledge. And if you don't know how to live in the land around you, in the world around you, you know, if technology goes poof, you got to deal with Mother Nature. So I actually enjoy watching a lot of people, and there's a couple that lives either on the edge of Russia or somewhere, but they live in a little house that's like in the ground, which is so smart because it maintains the temp, you know, and helps conserve heat. And they show their country life and how they raise and they make homemade chamomile tea. And I do a lot of I make a lot of tinctures, a lot of stuff myself from the woods, and we used to dig ginseng, and so I know a lot about herbal stuff and from the woods. But I really think that we in the West have lost that. I really think we in the West have lost that. And people in the United States look down on people that live off the land. And when really that is a skill that is necessary, needed, and you should not look down on anyone that lives off the land, because they're going to be the people that saves your butt when the world goes to crap. So I think that there's some beautiful places over there, and I would like to, you know, kind of investigate the little bit of German that I have in me a little bit more. That is one part of the family that I have not really traced heavily, because it's hard to, because there's so little of it. But I would like to look into it more. I don't really have any bad negative vibes about anywhere in the world. I had somebody from New Zealand be a butthole to me last week, so I did the New Zealand history of how they absolutely ravaged that poor, beautiful island habitat that was functioning so well as its own little ecosystem, and man came in and just ruined it. And she was talking about how I was ruining nature, and so I did a video on how New Zealand was basically ruined by a man coming in and trying to run livestock. They didn't like that much. But I mean, every area has its faults and its issues. But I would like to explore more about my genealogy from over there. Oh, this is cute. I'm cute. Mom's hot. Dad's lucky. I got 2 of those because when you have a beautiful daughter and she's fixing to have babies, you're going to just let everyone in the world know that your grandbabies are gorgeous because your daughter's gorgeous. So I had fun with that. I thought those were cute. I know that my daughter will laugh her butt off at that. Because I look like security when I follow my daughter around because I'm covered in tattoos, retired parole officer, I'm covered in tattoos, and I'm a big burly woman. And she's 5'8", long blonde hair, looks like a freaking Miss America pageant winner. And I'm just like security following my child around. And I don't know how I had such a beautiful daughter. I don't. So she got my love of education and reading, though. She's very well read. And her favorite things to do are the surgical rotations and stuff in the vet clinics. So she definitely got that from me, too. So, both of my kids were very young when I did a lot of the taxidermy and meat butchering and stuff like that. So they grew up, you know, very country, very rural. So it was a necessary lifestyle. And it still is. Like, we butchered a hog. We caught a wild boar 2 weeks ago and butchered it. And so we've been eating wild boar sausage for the last week every morning for breakfast. And it's so much better than store-bought pork. I just can't tell y'all. So if you've ever had wild pork, it's so much cleaner, leaner. I mean, I don't like the big boars they don't eat so well, but like the mid-grade boars and the sows, they're very good meat. And it's so much better for you than what they're selling in the stores these days. And so we eat a lot of venison in the winter and a lot of wild boar, and my husband traps and tans. We do a lot of native art, and we really just try to keep the old-timey culture alive. So I could harness a 6-horse team before I was in kindergarten because my grandpa taught me how to harness the Belgian work team. He didn't want to bend down to break his back to hook under their belly, so they were really sweet. And so I would go under there and hook up the harnesses. And I can fix you hydraulic lines on your tractor, but if you ask me to put on eyeliner, I'm lost. So it's kind of how my world is. I love books, and now that I've got these glasses, my eyes are doing better. I'm reading so much more, and I'm telling you what, that book about the soul of Western civilization and how it's lost, I'm telling you, Annette, it's one of the best books I've ever read. It is just, I've got pages marked and marked and marked to share stuff with y'all when I want to finish it and I want to review it. But I'm here to tell you that one of the best books I've ever read about like just one animal is that Dan Flores, Flores, Coyote America. It follows how the coyotes in America were almost eradicated because of Mark Twain, Samuel Clemens, hello, and how they differ regionally, and I mean, it just goes over the whole entire history of the coyote in North America. And I just love that book. I got a signed copy because I'm a nerd. I keep about 6 or 7 books in rotation. I still keep up on my psych reading. I read a lot of psych college books. I do all the peer-reviewed journal entries in all the psych magazines. I'm in my alumni libraries all the time reading, trying to stay up to speed on things because they're removing a lot of things from the diagnostic manual. So I need to stay up on that, which is really strange to me, but that's a whole nother conversation. Because if they ever do relax the online counseling restrictions, then I will be going back to work. I mean, they won't let me work full time, but if I can do a small counseling caseload from home in my office, which I need to clean, then I'll be doing that from home because 6 years of college, somebody needs to benefit from it. I still do find scholarship and grant beds for people that have drug addictions in my area, though. I tell you what, I'm gonna honestly, and I think you and Liba Cats would love this book that I'm reading, the one about the soul of Western civilization. Look, little fox girly socks and little owl boy socks. I'm such a girl. This is the only time I act like a girl. Everywhere else, I'm just like, eh. But this is when I'm acting like a girl. But y'all would love it. So I need to send you all. And if you go on the Goodwill Librarian on eBay, you can find a lot of like the really top-notch books that people have bought and donated. And you don't have to spend $30 and $40 on them. You can get a hardback one on the Goodwill Librarian on eBay for $8, $6. I've gotten them for 99 cents before. So somehow I had fewer blue bows than pink. Or maybe I just got a little carried away with I don't know. Maybe I got a little carried away with the blue bows. It's okay though. It's all getting in there, so we're good. It's all getting in there, so we're good. These don't really have to be tied because they're just slip stuff. So I just want to make sure I get everything in there. And then I'm going to tie the top with a bow. But I have a special bow for that, and I've probably hid that for myself too. I'm real good at hiding things for myself. Y'all have never met anyone else that can hide something like me. I will legit put it away so that I can find it, that I will never find it. Hello, how you doing? Did you finally make it out of Walmart alive, Savannah? I actually had Walmart call me today. Corporate called me, and then they made my Walmart call me, and they apologized. And there will be a reprimand for the cashier whose behavior was less than attractive. And any day that my legs are not doing well, if I go up to the customer service desk for the list, they will do that for me. I don't have to do like per se a pickup because they substitute stuff that I cannot eat. And they're like, we will go with you through the store, you know. And I really don't want to be in one of those little motorized scooter carts. That's just a pride thing. But, oh, it was pouring down rain. It's been beautiful here for 2 days, so I'm expecting crap to hit here anytime because it's been way too pretty here for 2 days. So the only bad thing is we had to take David's stupid tracker back to the freaking garage. But we're just fixing stuff that needed to be fixed. It needed one of those new, the things that hang down into the gas can that also runs the gas gauge. And we needed the gas tank cleaned and just some little stuff like that. Y'all, I'm almost at the end. I'm almost there. I'm trying to pop these elephant faces up so that the little noses hang over. I'm almost there. We're almost there. I mean, I've got more stuff, but I'll put it in a separate box because literally this one's going to cost me $50 to ship already. I think I look a little overboard. Just a smidge. Just a smidge. Well, more than a smidge. Quite a bit. We'll just say quite a bit. I went overboard quite a bit. Got lots of hair bows. And here's another one of those little hair bands. Oh, this is so soft. And she won't even know what's on her head. It's so comfortable. Put that where the flower looks forward. That's cute. That's cute. I am going to tie this one up because that will slip out if I don't. And I know I have another blue ribbon, but I'm going to have to find it. I know I had the same amount when I started. Did I drop any? I don't know. I tied one with both, so I can take that back off if I need to. But I'm having so much fun packing this. Being a grandma is awesome. Highly recommend it. 10 out of 10. Oh yeah, it was beautiful here today. I don't feel bad, so I'm hoping there's not any rain moving in. I've had two days where since the fluid after the Walmart issue is starting to go away, I'm feeling pretty decent. So trying to make these look cute. They've got a little bit of wire in, but not a lot. And those little baggies are so cute. Okay, let me see. Stick this behind the elephant's head to help hold it up. Let's see. What did I double tie? I double tied something. This is what I double tied. Let me take one of these blues off of here. I'm fixing to hold up the bag handles and tie those. We're almost done, y'all. We're almost done. all through the farmland. Yeah, we've had so much rain that like our stuff that falls the watershed off the mountain, it's been like flooded. Like Gypsy visited me and stopped and took a picture of the Alvin C. York Park when she was on her way home, and it was rolling pretty good. Now I've seen it way more flooded, but she was so impressed she stopped and she took a picture. And if you don't know who Alvin C. York is, you need to go read. I went to the high school that he started for kids in Appalachia. He is a war hero of our nation. And he is from literally 15 minutes away from my house, like 10, 15 minutes away from my house. Always grew up knowing about this great hero. And Gary Cooper was in a movie where they portrayed his story. It's called Sergeant York. And you can watch it for free on YouTube. And Gary Cooper, why don't they make men like Gary Cooper anymore? That's a fine man. Gary Cooper, he's just fine. I'd have married Gary Cooper in a heartbeat. He's a pretty man. But he started a school here. He used his wealth that he won from the movies and his honorary stuff from the war and started a school for Appalachia kids. Are you done right now? Oh, I was telling them that you stopped and took a picture at the grist mill the other day when you went by because it was running so high. You can have him. Oh, I thought Gary Cooper was just, he's pretty. I just think Gary Cooper's pretty. Now, listen, if you're going to call me Pookie, you got to get to know me. And then, well, you have to really get to know my husband. But you have to get to know me. Gary Cooper was gorgeous. Like, Gary Cooper was gorgeous. Like, there's not many men that I think are handsome. Like, I'm more likely to pick out a pretty beef cow or quarter horse than I am a pretty man. And but Gary Cooper's a pretty man. Like, if in today's movie star realm, I don't see that many attractive men anymore. I don't. Oh, Jason Momoa is. I mean, he. Have you seen that where they've got a push mower and it says this is Jason and this is Momoa? That cracked me up way too much, but I thought it was funny. I love old westerns. He started out at old westerns and then moved, to some more of the. He was really famous in a lot of old war movies. There's one where he falls in love. He's a wounded soldier and he falls in love with a nurse that nurses him back to health, and they finally run off to be together at the end, and then she dies tragically or something. And it was so sad. I watched that one time while I was sick. I actually went through like a whole lot of Gary Cooper on YouTube when I was sick one time when I was in Flair. And I just think he was just like, that's a man's man. I was just like, that's a man's man. And I've still got stuff that I cannot fit in this, but let me show you where I've gotten to. It is heavy. Let me fix the elephant faces first. Hang on. Because the elephant faces are everything. So let me get their little ears up and get their little trunks out. I'm really proud of myself for doing this. This is so cute. I need one little bag right here. What can I put right there? Do I have an extra little bag? What can I swap one? Will I swap? No, that won't say about it. I need one little bag right here to hold these elephant noses. Ta-da. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Look at that. That is so cute. Oh, it's so cute. It's so full. Oh, that is going to be so cute. And now it's going to get wrapped in cellophane. And I'm going to put these little glitter things on some of the bags to sparkle a lot too. It's going to be wrapped in cellophane. In the bottom of the cellophane, it's going to be more raffia, colored raffia with just a lot of confetti and stuff. And then at the top, it's going to have these on it. So it's going to look like an Easter basket when I send it. You got a blue and purple monkey the other day? I've bought some of the strangest things for these grandbabies. Hi, Braden. How you doing? I'm very proud that I put that together. I still have way more stuff that needs to go, but I'll do a second box. I mean, when your kid's having twins, You know, hey. Oh, that's neat. So I can drape this. Oh, I was having some good thoughts that day, y'all. Oh, yes. Okay, let's just do this. I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this so much more than I thought I would. I'm enjoying this so much more than I thought I would. I'm just really, really, really loving every bit of this grandma vibe I mean, I don't know. It changes the way you look at the world. It changes the way you look at other people. You start to understand what's important in life and what we're leaving behind for others to have to fix. And you realize how important it is to teach them about the past and where they come from, who they are. And I don't, it's just, of course, I'm a big nerd anyway, so it's really brought out, a secondary level of researcher within me so that I can tell my grandbabies so much about their histories and who they are and where they're from. And so I'm really enjoying this whole grandma gig. It's right at my alley. You don't like Savannah, you do like people. You really do. You wouldn't have picked up my channel if you didn't really like people. I think you're like one of those caramello bars. You're hard on the outside but sweet on the inside. It is hard to admit to being kind and gracious sometimes, though, especially when people like to take advantage of it. Okay, look at this. So I put those on all four sides. Look at that glitter. That is a baby shower gift for twins. Look how big it is. Hello from Appalachia, Saudi Arabia. Look at how big this is. So this is my daughter's twin baby gift basket. I still have another box to send. Isn't it cute? The little elephant and bath blankets that's the star of the show right there. That is so cute. So now I'm going to have it cellophane wrapped, put more confetti in, and then have a big bow put on it at the florist. My friend owns a florist. It's going to be so pretty, and then I'm going to put it in a giant box and pay enormous shipping. But, twins, you do what you do. You do what you do. How old am I? How old do you think I am, just out of curiosity? Can you have one? No, you can't have one of my twins. Oh, I'm really enjoying this whole grandma thing, though. Oh, did he not give me a good 19? Did he not give me a good age, Denise? I can do the big ribbon too, but I don't have like the pretty pink and blue stuff. And if you know the Walmart fiasco I just went through, I didn't get it there because of what happened. So I just called my friend that owns a florist. It's just like 3 miles away. And I was like, can you cellophane wrap this and make it big pretty? But she's like, absolutely. But the funny thing is that her son dated Haley for 2 years when they were freshmen and sophomore in high school. Now they're married to other people. But we've been friends since kindergarten. So I was like, can you like cellophane wrap this and put a big bow and confetti? And she was like, yes, bring it in. We'll do it. And I was like, yeah. So we're really going to amp it up. We're really going to amp it up. So sorry, Millie, I don't know you well enough. And like I told someone else the other day that first showed up, this is like a 4-year-old channel, and my subs are people I've known for the whole 4 years. And there are just certain things you don't do in life. Like you don't make a stranger a mod, and you don't give a toddler a flamethrower. Those are kind of, lessons learned. Hello, Alan. Hope you got a kick out of that. I know. I don't know what the trolls are doing. I think YouTube has just stuck me in a corner because I refused to monetize. So here we go. Yeah, we do have mods. I have to really get to know you. And the mods I have are people that I've known since my channel started, and I've grown to trust, and we stay in contact. Like we mail each other stuff and stay in contact. And I've got a couple mods that I actually go and see. Oh, I did get a card to go with the basket, and in my style, it is purely something that you would expect me to buy. It says, shits and giggles are coming your way. Mostly shits, though. So that will go on top of this when it gets in. And the thing is that the other mother-in-law, she's going to put this at the very end of the baby shower tables of gifts, so that the last gift she opens is something from her family up here. Because she doesn't expect anything from us down there. She doesn't expect us to be part of it at all. So I've helped decorate. I've totally partner in crime with the other grandma, and it's just fun. I'm not a dog. I don't do tricks. Oh, I thought it was a great card. Temu, it was like $1. Oh, that's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm a huge one. Like, if I can make somebody laugh, we need to laugh. So I know, Holy Troll Batman. You should have seen last night's live. But I will say that with the trolls, every once in a while you get a little piece of treasure. And we've gotten a couple of, well, I've got probably like 100 new subs lately, but we've got 2 or 3 that are really prominent and starting to come into our chats more often and really become part of the family. Thank you. I like my accent too. It's the dying accent of Appalachia. It's the old Scots Irish that came over when they settled this area. Yeah, they have cars. They have everything but food, honestly, Gypsy. They have everything but food. Did you not see the shoulder holster that I bought? Oh, no, you were driving. I bought a shoulder holster because, you know, where I'm losing so much weight, I'm having issues, you know, retired law enforcement, I'm used to a hip holster. But I'm having issues with that with the weight loss. So I found a shoulder holster on Temu. Yes, I put it on way too easily, but listen, ex-law enforcement. Oh, look. So my 9mm goes over here. I may have to split that first. They always make a generic holster, but you may have to split that first seam to fit certain models, but that's okay. And then it's got to hold it across the chest. I've never done shoulder holsters. I've always done hip holsters or belly side holsters, you know, when you carry concealed. But this is kind of neat. And then it goes down, and so it hooks into my belt loops, but it's not like the primary carry-all. So my 9mm will be here, and then it's got a magazine pouch over here, and I've got my knife over here. So when I go out with David and we take the trap line, and he has to leave me to walk, you know, like a 1.25 mile traps, he doesn't feel like he's leaving me a sitting goose. But, you know, I always ask for him to leave me. You know, I don't ask to be left with just a 9mm. I ask for a long barrel. Because if you're dangerous, I'm going to drop you before you get to me. So we're not going to have up close and personal contact. So, but we've caught a lot of bear on the trail cam down there. And so we just have to be super careful when we're down there. I have to be super aware because, as y'all know, with this disorder, my legs are not the greatest. So I don't want to make myself bait or dinner. So I have to be very careful. So. Oh, that fish land, it takes so long. But I'm here to tell you that when you finish it, you feel so good. And I'm fixing to finish farmland and fishland. And I'm on that last fish. And I swear that last fish is never going to grow. It's irritating the snot out of me, to be quite honest. But I'm so close. Oh, and when I started this last fishland game, I put another moissanite ring. I changed my prize and put one as a moissanite ring. Y'all, I'm understanding since I got this little moissanite ring here that's the funny shape. Well, let me take the band off. The one that's the funny shaped one. I'm starting to understand the moissanite craze. Because I've had so many people ask me where David got that. And I'm like, honey, I got it on Temu. It's moissanite. And I'm like, if you try it, it will say diamond. Now, this is a band and moissanite ring together. Wait. We put the sparkles on top. There we go. So I'm starting to understand the moissanite craze. I know, gosh, let me tell you what. I've done one game where I'm still doing one game. I do one profile where I feed when I order, and then I do other just on what they give me every day. And I'm just about to win the one where they give me just like every day. Do you know how long I've been playing that game? I'm pretty sure that game is older than some underwear I own right now. That's how long I've been playing that game. But I'm fixing to win it, and I haven't bought anything on that profile, which is great because it's like $75 worth of stuff between the coupons and the prizes that's free. And that's like, okay, that's nice. But Lord help me, it's taken forever. I mean, it's taken forever. But now the other profile, ever since I did all those craft hauls and stuff, I've done pretty good on. But I'm telling you, where the hat trick and the free gifts, if you type in hat trick on the top, all one word, or free gifts and play those games, if you just continuously play those games and have people click, eventually they'll throw you a bone and you'll win like one every like 12 games. They'll give you one gift. I've won close to 200 free items off of Hat Trick and free gifts. And I've never won the whole thing, but I get close enough and they're like, here, we'll just go ahead and give you this one. And it's normally one of the smaller prizes, but it's still free. I've won leggings, shirts, baby gifts, craft items, rings, jewelry, you know. So I think that's probably, if you want the free stuff, that's probably your best outlet. And just send me the links and I'll click them for you. You know, I think it takes, when you get around 30 cents or below, that's when they'll normally throw you something, but it only happens about every 12 to 20 games. I'm just going to warn you. But that's where I've won the bulk of my free stuff, is on the Hat Trick and the free gifts. You just put it into the top, and that's where I've won most of my free stuff. Oh, Gypsy, I understand the feeling. I'm like, man, I just want to do an order just to get rid of this fish because I'm so sick of this fish. So sick of this fish. But I try to be patient though. But I did, David. I've been looking at some spring dresses and a couple of things, and David wanted a couple of items, and he told me to go ahead and put in an order. And so I did last night. And so I've not fed anything yet today, but I'm hoping that stupid thing moves because I am so freaking close. It's beginning to get irritating. So, but I understand. But I will say that the Hat Trick and the free gifts, if you type that into the search bar, those two games are your best options for free prizes. So I think the separate stuff I'm going to put in a box and just send 2 boxes because that basket is full. I don't think I can fit much more in there. So I think I'm just going to send 2 boxes. I know those fish get so annoying. I do better on farmland because I think I see progress faster for some reason. I don't know. It may just be me. But I've broke sweat packing a baby gift box. That's how horrible I am. But yeah, that fish land irritates the snot out of me. I'm not gonna lie. It irritates the snot out of me. I'm there with you. I don't care for it some days. But when I win, I like it. But I did change. I'm fixing to win. I think it's farmland. And I'm really close on both of them, but I'm fixing to win one. And I changed one of the winnings to a new moissanite, a bigger moissanite ring. So we can see if we can really, because I do like that, but I'm like, yeah. But I got one of the ones that's got multiple stones. And I thought, well, we'll see if we can understand the love of moissanite. People want me to act like a little organ grinder monkey or something. It's so weird. That is so weird. That is just so weird. Oh, honey, I'm not. You must be blind, but thank you for the compliment. Savannah, do you want a wrench? Do you? Oh, we had Troll City yesterday too. It's just YouTube. They're just trying to irritate me. I don't know. I'm hard to irritate, I guess. I'm pretty laid back. I had some disrespectful people that I had to talk about the other day, but I mean, most of the time I'm pretty chill. It's all right. You're chickens. Oh. Hang on, Savannah. Okay, there you go, Savannah. You have a wrench. Hey, you smelt it. You dealt it. I'm eternally 12. Okay, one last time. We all together, you all helped me. I didn't fit everything. I'm going to have to send a separate box with other presents. But we filled the Mommy Organizer twin baby shower box together with the elephant bath towels. We made it gorgeous. It's got probably like 20 presents in there. And I'll just have to send another. Look how big this thing is. I'll just have to send another box with the other stuff. But that's okay. because I got twin grandbabies coming, and I'm just so happy. You can't make me mad today. I'm just who can look at this and be unhappy? You're a sociopath if you look at this and you're unhappy. Go see somebody. Have a master's in psychology. I can say that. Savannah, I appreciate you helping. Thank you so much. Is it brooded? You just click this video, you don't know what to do. That sounds like a neurosynaptic issue that you need to speak with a doctor about. I thought it was really cute too. I thought I did a really good job. I mean, I'm not like a super big girly girl, but I think, you know, something, I did pretty good. I did pretty good. This is like, I would be tickled to get this as a gift if I was expecting. I'm not expecting, I'm way too old. But isn't that cute? And it's our little mommy organizer bag. And I'm going to take it to the florist. They're going to wrap it, put a lot of confetti in there, and put big bows on it. And then I'm going to put it in a giant box and pay way too much to ship it. But that's okay, because it's from my twin grandbabies. Isn't that precious? Look at those little elephant bath towel heads in there. That's so cute. I mean, how can you come into this chat and see that and be hateful? There's just not. Yeah, I love the sparkles. I got those especially to make it sparkly. So I'm just excited that, you know, we're getting close to the twin grandbabies arriving. I'm just super excited. So, honey, every once in a while we hit the wrong person because it moves so quickly. I kicked Ashley out of one the other night, and I felt so bad. I had to send her an email apology. So as we're going through the troll traffic, everybody be patient. Keep your hands and feet inside the ride at all times, and don't poke the bear. And, you know, this will end soon because YouTube keeps asking me to monetize, and I refuse. I don't believe that I should be here for money. I'm here for good people and you know, to share my way of life. And eventually YouTube will figure that out. But I will say that along with all the trolls, every once in a while we get a little bit of treasure and we find somebody that really belongs here. So, you know, I don't really mind it all the time. It wears my mods out. And mods, you all will be getting craft gifts from me when we go crafting. Y'all will be getting gift packages from me. So I appreciate all your hard work, all of my mods. I try to treat them very well. But, you know, every once in a while we find a little bit of treasure in the troll traffic. And we've picked up a couple of really good people. So there is a silver lining to all of this. It will eventually slow down. And, oh yeah, that's my craft. This is my craft curio. This is the only thing in my house that looks like this. But this has got all my winter crafts that I do. And it holds everything. And this is my motivation to get it done every winter, because if I have to stare at it, it will drive me crazy. So I get it done every winter. So later this week, we're going to be doing a ceremonial rattle for one of the tribes. And I have got 4 detergent bottles to make those new detergent bottle trolls that everybody's making with a little denim pocket on the front. Gypsy turned me onto those. So we're going to be making some of those. So I've got stuff lined up. I've got the bottles washed. I just needed to get all the Temu cleared out. I got another Temu bag today. I thought I was... So we'll have another Temu haul. And I've got my craft haul, the sponsored craft haul to do. But we'll get through that. But once I get all that done, I've got to hit the crafts hot and heavy, because the tribes are going to actually find me early this year for the ceremonial sticks, the dream catchers. And so I've got to get really on to doing that. And I never thought when I was a parole officer... I never thought sitting there, you know, doing pre-sentence investigations on murder, on homicide issues, you know. I never thought that one day I would be back to doing my native stuff, because I really didn't see, you know, but I didn't see a neuromuscular disorder coming into my life and wrecking my life either. So I'm more than happy to have a cluttered curio cabinet, because this is stuff that I get to do that brings me joy. But it's the only thing in my house that looks like this. My other curio cabinets and stuff are clean. But I do have a rather rustic house with taxidermy and stuff like that in it. But that's because I am from Appalachia, and that's how we live. So, if it didn't show up today, you can let them know. If it shows up late, they pay you like $5 if it doesn't show up on the day it's supposed to show. If it said it was delivered, then contact them and say it did not get delivered here. And they normally will refund your money. Oh, thank you, Sam. Oh, thank you. You've listened to me. Some people say that they like my voice because it reminds them of, it goes up and down, much like music. I don't understand that, but okay, I'll take that. But some people do find my voice soothing. Children, I know, newborns often fall asleep when I talk to them and rock them. Maybe it's just, that Scots Irish dialect hanging on. Maybe it's worth something. Oh, well, make sure if you have problems with them, though, just talk to customer service and they'll refund if it didn't show up. So they're really good. Their customer service is really good. And for everybody joining the troll parade, I don't really react. I don't really give two hoots about people that don't have anything better to do. But we have done a wonderful job here. I'm going to have at least one more box to send with the basket, but maybe two. I may send the necessaries and then take everything else down with me. So, but we did a good job. We made a great present, and I got through a lot of stuff I needed to get through. And so this is going to go to the florist tomorrow to be wrapped. One last view, if you just tuned in, this is going to go tomorrow to the florist to be wrapped and sent to my daughter for the twins to arrive. And I'm just very, very smitten with this. I'm very proud of this. This is very cute. I think I did a good job. I'm tickled to death with that. I'm very proud of myself. But I've got a lot more to send, so I'll probably have to do a couple boxes. You need to put pictures up so we can see. I wish I had the hand coordination to do that. There are some days that I have to alter the crafts I do because of the tremors in my hand strength. I've tried it. My mother can do all of that, but my hands cannot do it anymore. And I really feel bummed out most of the time because my mother has my papa's fiddle, and I used to play his fiddle. I used to play it in church, and when Dad had that radio program, I'd play on the radio. I don't think my hands would probably work well enough to play the fiddle now, but I would like to try again. So I may ask Mom to break it out and let me tune it up the next time I'm down. But it's just, it's really odd to have a neuromuscular disorder that changes you so much on a daily basis. But I'll augment the crafts I'm doing on a daily basis based on my hands. And that's why this was saved for today, because I'm having a really good hand day and my hands are working really well today. So I'm so glad I got this basket done, and I'm so thankful for everybody that was kind and gracious and appreciative and came in here and offered positive remarks and was someone that, really added to the conversation. I really appreciate you. There are so few people in the world that actually get on the internet to be good people and to do positive things. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you so much because of, all my mods working so hard. You will be rewarded. I appreciate you all so much. You all know that everybody loves my crafts and stuff, so I will probably make you a craft package. And but I just really appreciate y'all spending time with me, because it's much more fun, especially for my subs that have been here for 4 years with me. It's much more fun to make a baby shower present, when your child's having twins. It's much more fun to make it with people talking and giving you feedback that are kind. And, we may have some troll traffic, but we, most of the time have a pretty successful and positive chat. And this troll traffic will stop. YouTube has just got me in an algorithm somewhere being punished, but it'll stop eventually. So, we are finding little treasures in the trolls. We are finding a few people that we really are benefiting from. So, I'm okay with that. Thank you for your statement. I don't have any problem with the LGBTQ community. Thank you. I have Freddie Mercury on my arm. So, I love people that come in here with assumptions. But, yes, I'm a grandmother. I look like a grandmother today with no makeup and a bun. But my daughter's expecting twins very soon, and I am so thankful for the friends here that visited and offered positive energy. Thank you so much. And remember, it takes so little energy to be kind. It really takes a lot of energy to be a butthole. And when I used to supervise felons, when I was a parole officer, I used to tell people, if you put the energy into being bad or into doing negative things, if you put that energy into just doing good things, you would see your life change in so many ways. You would be benefited in so many ways. I mean, talk about a dopamine serotonin kick automatically just for being kind and receiving good energy from another human. But you can do so many good things if you wake up with good intentions. But if you wake up with bad intentions, you know, you offer very little to the world. And it normally means you're very empty and you have a void within yourself. And I don't want anyone to feel that way. I would like to help you with your issues. Talk about how this psychologically maneuvers through your brain and how you chemically change as you age. I have my master's in psychology. I don't mind to help. I'm just disabled now and have to be at home. I used to do forensic psychology for the Department of Corrections. But if you come here and you are just basically blasphemous, you will not be invited back. You will be blocked immediately. I don't have a problem doing that. I have a very good boundary. My mods have very good boundaries, and they know me. I just don't tolerate it. But I will say that in the troll traffic, we have found some treasures. And if you're one of the treasures, I really appreciate you. So thank you so much for taking the time to give me some energy, good or bad. You're making my analytics go crazy. So, but you know, this will calm down eventually. I do have other platform pages earmarked to move to because they have more positive discussions. I do like to do lives because I can interact with my sub base, and I love my sub base. They're like my extra family. But I do tend to get a lot of troll traffic on my lives. So it may be that I go back to the video format until YouTube decides to stop putting me in the troll corner. That may be something we have to do. Yes, positive prayer. Yeah, daily prayer. Just anything that's positive, even if it's just a positive, energetic mood. It can change the world in so many ways. And, you know, it's psychologically proven to augment others when you bump into them and you have a positive demeanor. So it's, you know, it's just the way that we all interact. And we really need to work on that as a society, especially as a nation. We need to work on the way we interact. And I try to be positive. I've had to snuff a few trolls that have been a little too inappropriate. But, you know, I also try to educate you and let you try to understand that if you reach out on the internet to harm people, it's a defense mechanism because you are scared or feel like you're going to be harmed as well. Why do you feel like you're being harmed? What are you scared of? Where is that void coming from? And what can we put there instead of anger and hatred? Because that's not a life that anyone should live, to get up and be hateful and angry and mean and never make a friend and never offer a positive energy. That's not a life I would wish upon anyone. So how do we start to augment that? How do we wake up and start to change our worlds? Well, we wake up and we just remind ourselves that I need to make better decisions. That's number one. You write down your goals in black and white. You put it on paper so you can see it. That's number two. And number three is you follow through with at least one targeted action a day, whether it's just one kind word or a smile to a stranger. And then you start adding to that daily. And you will not believe how your life will change for the better if you start to practice these small little things. Nothing can be changed in a day, and a bad behavior can't be changed in a day. But over, you know, it takes about 21 days to make a habit, you know. So give yourself 3 weeks and see if you're having better relationships with people and building a better rapport in your workspace or in your student base, you know, if you're young or old. Just try it. Just try it. There's a lot to be said for just being kind. And being kind is not being weak. It's being firm and having good boundaries, but it's being gracious and compassionate toward other human beings who have emotions. So sadly, we grew up in a couple of generations that don't understand that there's a real person at the other end of this social platform. And we have a lot of young people that can't interact appropriately. And it's sad because we have Eastern countries looking at us, which used to be the leader of the free world. We have Eastern countries looking at us and pitying us because of the condition of our youth. And as a retired youth counselor and wilderness boot camp counselor, along with dealing with murderers when I was a parole officer and doing the counseling and the forensic psychology with the homicide people, it's sad to see how much juvenile aggression we have in this nation and how unnecessary it is. And most of it is because we don't have parental interaction. We don't have positive role models. We don't have a family generational love. And we don't have kids that feel like they're important because they don't have interaction. And the only interaction they get is on this. And obviously, if you don't get love and you don't get attention, then you go here and you take it out on people. So that's an empty hole in your soul. And I wouldn't wish that upon anybody. But, if you want to pop in and check in from time to time on, anything that I can help you with, I am a retired counselor. I'm a retired parole officer. I taught a whole lot of cognitive behavioral therapy for the parole board, and I dealt with the violent, aggressive offenders. So I've dealt with a lot of people that have dealt with a lot of animosity. So if I could help you, I would love to help you. If you would like to pop in, look at some of my psych videos, look at some of the videos that kind of try to put you in a better place mentally or emotionally, that's great. But the aggression, I know it's a defense mechanism. And the only people that have defense mechanisms are the people that are truly scared of the world, scared of others, and scared of themselves. So when I see animosity or hatred, I know that I see a weak person that doesn't love themselves. And I want you to work on that because you should love yourself. And if you love yourself, you will no longer be weak. But a lot of people don't understand that. So work on yourself. Be a better person. You're worth it. You're worth a lot of effort. You're worth more effort than the effort you're putting in to try to dog me right now. And it means absolutely nothing to me. Especially if you can't spell the words that are supposed to be hateful. But everyone should be happy. Everyone should have someone to go to that they can talk things through with. And if you don't have that, please talk to somebody to find that. Please call a helpline to find that. Because this kind of defense mechanism that is done on the internet is done, it's done because you're having some issues and you need to talk to somebody. And I understand the emptiness you feel, and I understand why you feel you have to attack others. I'm just telling you that it's not productive and it's going to hurt you. The farther you go with this behavior, the worse it's going to be. It's going to turn into antisocial behavior, which is really going to turn into sometimes a form of sociopath behavior, or, you can have some sociopathic tendencies. You can have some borderline personality or multiple personality issues. It really spreads really quickly. So please talk to somebody to get help. I mean, it's your brain is a precious commodity. Don't train it wrong. Your heart's an even more precious commodity. Don't make it black. So, oh, Phoenix, thank you. You need to pop in and hang around sometimes, Phoenix. I think you would blend really well here. So, but we've had a lot of trail traffic, but I still appreciate the algorithm boost. So, but I really think that everyone deserves to love themselves. So if you don't love yourself, please go talk to somebody about that. You should love yourself. And when you do this online, it's a cry for help. And I wish I could help each and every one of you, but I can't. But I certainly can guide you in a way to get help, and talk to your school counselor, talk to your work HR, talk to a good friend, go talk to whatever religion you are, go talk to a leader in the church group, talk a trusted elder. Do something to reach out to somebody to get a good energy boost and to start a better path. So, but this has been a very interesting live, especially with the trail traffic. But I really appreciate everybody that popped by and offered some positive energy. I appreciate that. And I normally call out some of my favorite channels, but I don't want my trolls to go to them. So I'm not going to give you any of my favorite channels over the next, until this slows down. But I really do appreciate everybody that offered something positive, and just come back and, just see if I'm your cup of tea. And if I'm not, that's perfectly fine. Go pour you another. But, there is no reason for hatred or animosity. So it's just been a really weird couple of weeks. But I do appreciate my mods. You will be rewarded for your enormous help. I mean, it's just, y'all have been phenomenal. So y'all will be getting gift packages from me. So appreciate you so much. We'll do this again. Well, we won't pack a twin baby basket again, because I think this is going to be the last of the grandbabies. But thank you so much for helping me do this. Y'all were really, really, really super helpful, the positive people. This is going to my twin grandbabies. And we may not pack a twin basket again, but we certainly will be back for crafts. I've got to do some ceremonial rattles for the tribes. I've got to do some gnomes. I've got a lot of stuff I'm going to do. So come back. We're going to keep doing this. The trail traffic does not bother me. I'll just reward my mods appropriately. But thank you so much for joining me. I am now going to go find Oscar and give him a haircut. Pray for me. He has a lot of hair. That little dog, bless his heart. So I'm going to make Oscar look like Mr. Peanut again, with a little monocle. That's what my dog looks like when he's shaved. And we're going to hang out and have a good evening. And I hope you all have a good evening too. And we'll see you maybe tomorrow. If not tomorrow, the following day. We're going to get back to crafting now that I've cleaned out all of this. And my sponsor Temu haul will be out tomorrow. So make sure you watch that. It is a craft haul. And I will show you some of I got 15 items for $30. I'm going to show you how to stretch those Temu bucks. So I'll see you probably tomorrow for a video and maybe the next day for a live. Probably a snare line, trap line check toward the weekend, and then some crafts as well. We're getting back to normal video material. So we're going to clean out this craft curio, y'all. It's going to take us a while, but we're going to do it. Thank you for your help today. I appreciate and love every one of you. Go and be good to yourself. Be good to somebody else. And think of 3 things you're thankful for tonight. When you wake up tomorrow, wake up with a smile. I'll see you later, guys. Love ya. Bye. And here comes my dog right on cue. You want your hair cut?